an idea may have been a bad idea in the 70s under the current environment and conditions. Like the computers weren't where they were, they're, whatever the climate is at that time, that idea may not work or that process may not work at that time. But 30 years later, which it was like when we had better technology and all these things, the capability became more where that idea that you had in the 70s now becomes very feasible, is the best way to do it in the 2000s, right? And especially now you think about that again, like we're with AI, things that you couldn't, that were constraints 20 years ago, we developed the process originally are no longer constraints. But if you don't know what the constraints were and you didn't document the assumptions when you made the decision the first time, you're bound to that forever. So this is the way we always do it. And you're like, well, why don't we change it? And you're like, well, because like that's the way we do it. But if you document like these are the assumptions that I made when we made that decision to go this direction, you can always revisit them and go, are those assumptions still true? Yes, this is still the best process. Are those assumptions not true based on the current environment? Oh, actually, they're not. We can actually, that thing there is no longer true. Maybe I can come up with a better process. And that's a way to kind of decide to keep yourself from like reinventing all the time just for the sake of reinventing. You actually have a framework to kind of keep that under control.